Hi Yins, how are you doing today? It is Tuesday, December 29, 2020. Happy post Flossmas 2020, day 29. I am here just finishing up my first day working from home after the holidays, and it's been an interesting one. Been on a few calls today and doing a few odds and ends, and now just wrapping up. And it's been all right. So test results have come back. I am COVID positive, so I will be isolating at home for the foreseeable future. Thank you all for your well wishes in the previous comments, and I appreciate all of your prayers and comments, future comments, and which I'm sure I will get many of. So thank you all for keeping me in your thoughts and prayers. Today has been a rough day as far as symptoms, only because I've been really dizzy today. I've been having some dizzy spells, almost like vertigo, but otherwise I've been fine. The dizziness is all coming from up in here in my sinuses, so it's really just like sinus pressure that's really making me dizzy. So I've been just trying to take it easy, drinking lots of fluids, resting my eyes, not being on the computer constantly so I don't get overstimulated from my eyes, so I don't get a migraine, and I've been doing all right. But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about wonderful crafting. So I do have things to talk about today. So first off, I did have an email question come in to me from a viewer who asked, what pattern am I using for my toe up socks and my German short row heels? So I am really, unfortunately for all of you who are looking for a specific answer, I don't have one. Because I've been knitting socks long enough for me to, I'm one of those people that just like jumps right into things. So once I figure out, once I do something once, I'm able to tweak it to what works best for me. So I initially started by using the Tanis Fiber Arts. This is a free pattern, the Trusty Toe Up Socks. Tanis Fiber Arts Trusty Toe Up Socks on Ravelry. And that will give you the basic pattern for how to do a toe up sock. It also talks to you about how to do either the short rows, or here we go, this is what it looks like. Trusty Toe Up Socks. It gives you directions for either doing the short row or the afterthought heel. Now, for me, the initial pair of socks I did the wrap and turn short row heel, which I learned to do from a YouTube search, and I found videos on how to do it, and I followed that video tutorial. I then didn't like that, so I learned about the German short row heel. I did the same thing. I did a YouTube search. I followed a tutorial, and I like it a lot. There's a whole lot of great tutorials out there. I'm not going to refer one over the other because I think they're all great. So find one that works for you, because learner is different. Look at a few to see which one you like better and go with that. So basically, I kind of know how I know the basic construction of a sock from doing cuff down socks. So once I learned how to do the cast on for the toe, I then went ahead and learned how to do I just did the toe up version with the heel, and then I did some Google searching and some Ravelry searching to find a way to do, because I don't really like the pointed toe. I like the more rounded toe. So I just did a Ravelry search to find a rounded toe tutorial pattern, which there are free ones out there as well. So just do a little bit of research and you can definitely figure out what works best for you. So that is my suggestion and my go-to for how I do my toe up socks and my short row heels. All right, so I do have a little bit of progress to show you all. Very first thing I did yesterday after our video was, and this is what I did the majority of the night yesterday. I showed you that I did start the redoing the ribbing on my sweater vest that I made a couple years ago. This is using Nina hand dyed yarn for the base, the main color of the sweater, along with the Knit Picks it's a Knit Picks yarn palette, Knit Picks palette in the pumice heather for the contrasting color. So I did the contrasting color at the top as well as the cuff or the ribbing, and I went ahead and bound it off. I finished it all up. I bound it off, and it's excellent. I absolutely loved it. I did an I-cord bind off because I wanted a little bit more substance and just a little bit. I didn't want just a regular bind off. So I spoke with my brother, who we talked about a little bit to see what we thought would work best. And between the two of us, I came up with deciding to do the I-cord bind off. And I'm very pleased with it because it gives it just enough suck in that it holds firm. It doesn't roll out or flare out, and it works perfectly. So there is the bind off to the ribbing to my sweater, and I'm so pleased that I finally have this done, and I can now wear this through the winter and be happy with it, because every time I wore it before and it would roll up, it would drive me nuts. So I am very pleased that this is all done. And actually, now that I think about it, I did have an I-cord bind off at the top too, so the cording and the bind off matches the top as well as the bottom. I didn't even remember that until just now. So there we go. Glad I did the I-cord bind off. So there is my sweater. It's so soft. I absolutely love this sweater. Okay. Then last night and a little bit this morning, I did work on my toe, my sock a little bit more. So here is my sock. I did about another 25 rows. So working nicely up the sock. I really like this. I absolutely love this yarn as well. This is the Huntington. Whoop, and I'm shaking everything. The Huntington Valley Yarns. In Huntington, this is from yarn.com. This is their store brand yarn. Valley Yarns is a store brand yarn for webs. It's the Huntington sock yarn. And here is the toe and the beginning of the foot. Again, I'm going to do the toe and the cuff in this blue, and then the foot and the leg in the black, or the charcoal, whatever color you want to call that. And I'm very pleased with how it's turning out. It knits up nicely. It's soft in the hand, so it's a nice knitting sock yarn. So that's my knitting. I did do a little bit of stitching. I've been working on my Barbara Anna designs. Oh, Christmas tree. Again, I'm stitching from the key up. And I'm getting close, people. It's really going to be a struggle to not finish this year. I'm stitching this on a 32 count navy linen by XJU Designs. Navy blue linen, XJU Designs. And I love it. I think it looks great. I have everything done except for the metallic and the backstitch. So there is the progress so far. I think it looks great. So what do we do? Do we set it down and move on to something else for a little bit and then come back in January, or do we just finish it and be like, it's a late January or December finish? I don't know, but it's turning out great. It is such a quick stitch. I will say I was very worried at first about the dark brown that is the top hats and the squirrels and the centers of the flowers and the eyes, or around the eyes for the birds. I was worried that that was not going to show up. But the more I stitched it, the more I liked it because it gives it some contrast to the very bright white of the B5200, and it's going to also contrast the silver of the metallic that I put on. Now, I'm not sure if I'm actually going to use silver though. I very well may use a metallic gold instead of a metallic silver for what is left over of the, because what's left is the key. There's this kind of star thing at the top, as well as the key, and then the back stitch for the ornaments. And I think I might do all of that in a metallic gold petite treasure braid instead of the silver, because I think with this blue fabric, with my the way my housing choices are, I think gold is much more. I think the gold will just pop a little bit more and give it a little bit more dimension than the silver will. Especially since I'm not doing that bottom portion of the design. So I'm 99% sure I'm going to do a metallic gold petite treasure braid instead of a silver. Let me know in the comments what you think. Let me know if you think I should do a silver or a gold. And don't cop out and say do what you think is what you like. I really want to know your opinions. All right, so that is my stitching for the day. The last thing I have to talk about today is I did finally get some packages in the mail that I've been waiting for, and I have one more that's supposed to be arriving tomorrow. So first off, I got a lovely gift, a Christmas gift, and this is no fault to the sender that it was arrived late. It sat in limbo for 15 days because of the U.S. Postal Service, but I know they're all working extremely hard. Many of them have COVID, so they're all doing the best they can. So the very first thing I got a lovely postcard. And I'm not going to say who it came from because I didn't ask for permission. And I'm just, it's one of those things. And then I got a very nice piece of fabric, which is right up my alley, of yellows with squirrels. So I'm really excited about this. I think this is going to be a great finishing fabric. So I will have to use that for something special. I'll have to figure it out. Maybe I'll design something for that. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. And then I got, which I thought this was a bookmark at first. And then I turned it over and I realized it wasn't a bookmark. This is actually something to use for my plants. So, I'm sorry. I'm just folding my fabric here, trying to keep everything nice and neat. This is a plant animal. So basically what you do, as you can see, you turn it, when you turn it over, you wrap the hands of the orangutan on the branch of whatever plant you want to put it on. So I'm really excited about this. This is going to be something cool, just a little bit of an ornamentation for my plants. I don't know what I'm going to put it on. So I'm going to have to figure that one out. But this is super cool. Probably my lemon tree, if it ever starts to grow again. So I'm going to hold on to this for a little bit until we see what happens with my lemon tree. But I am super excited to use this as a decoration for my plants. So thank you. You know who you are. And then finally, I made an order on Etsy for some knitting accoutrements. So I ordered from Bump on a Hill. This is yarn jewelry from Maine. So everything that I got came in these really nice little silver tins, which is really nice. I'll be able to store everything in them. And I'm going to show those last because that's those are my favorite. So I ordered a stitch marker, which is a leaf. So it said that this, and the picture showed more yellow or orangey yellow. This is actually looking more red to me, but I still like it. I wish it would have been a little bit more of a yellow instead of a red. But I do like the thing, and I needed some new things. I only have, in the 4 years, that almost 4 years that I've been knitting, I only have one set of stitch markers, which my brother got me for Christmas, and I absolutely love them. They're yellow lava rocks, but I use them here. They're these ones. I use them on everything, and then I have progress keepers that Caroline gave me, that her friend from the Fiber Arts, or Fiber Friends, one of her viewers on the Fiber Friends, gave me, that are DC Comics, like Wonder Woman. But I don't have anything that I've gotten myself. So this is my very first progress keeper that I bought myself. So that will be nice to hang on some of my knitting as I work on like a sweater. And then I ordered 2 sets of stitch markers. So this is the first set, which these are yellow trumpet flowers, which I think are really cool. Of course, I love my yellow, especially mustard, and they're flowers. These are smaller than I thought they were going to be, but I do really like them. I think they're really pretty. And then the last ones that I got that I absolutely love, and I forget what these are called, but I got a set of yellow and black, because of course yellow and black. I got some yellow and black stitch markers. Now, I've never used these kind that have the loop instead of the, like this is just a circle. I'm going to break them. But these are more of a loop, so I'll see if I actually like this style or not. I'm sure I will. I'm sure it just takes a little bit of time to get used to. But there we go. So really happy with my purchase. I've been looking forward to getting these. These have also been sitting in limbo for about 14 days. See, I was thinking these were going to be more like this size. But this will be nice for like for on my shawl or something like that. So there we go. Anyways, enough about my progress keepers and stitch markers. I hope you all have a wonderful night. Happy Flossmas. I'm going to go take a bath, I think, to rest my head. Maybe steam some of this congestion out of my head. And I will see you all tomorrow for day 30. We only have 2 more days left of Flossmas in 2020. So have a great night. Happy stitching. Happy crafting. And as always, don't forget to always be creative.